We are back on the ESBR YouTube channel, once again joined by light heavyweight contender Fanlong Meng. Fanlong, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Thanks for once again joining the ESBR YouTube channel ahead of your fight next weekend against Pascal. So firstly, how's your training been? I saw today was your last day of sparring. How are you feeling ahead of May 7th?
简单介绍一下你训练的情况吧。今天是不是你最后一天打实战呢？
是的，今天是最后一次实战，然后打了12个回合，而且我们这个训练营来到佛罗里达坦帕，而且是最好的一次训练营，就是我职业打过这么多比赛吧，这次是最好的，也是训练规模最成功的，而且自己的精神状态也非常好。
Yeah, I just finished a 12-round sparring, put some work in. This is actually the best training camp I've ever had in my whole career. Everybody is on the same page. We have a successful training camp, a big group of people. So I feel very positive.
And obviously you're in Tampa now training, as you say. What was that? How long have you been there for? What was the reasoning behind moving there?
去 Tampa 训练了，为什么选择 Tampa 作为训练营？
因为这边比赛首先在这儿，而且是这么的气候，然后湿度大热，而且对训练比更有效的帮助吧。
The fight's gonna be here, and also I just want to get here earlier to let my body get used to the humid and hot weather. I think that's gonna benefit my training camp overall.
And you say it's been the best training camp of your career so far. Is that because of the opponent that you have in front of you, like it's changed your mindset, or any other factors?
为什么你说这次训练是职业生涯以来最成功的一次训练？
因为之前也训练营也很成功，但是我感觉我这次在佛罗里达这个训练营特别好，而且天气炎热，每天都大量的消耗，大量的出汗，这对于我来说，对比赛的话有很大的帮助。
All my camps were pretty successful, but this one is the best. It has a lot to do with it's a camp setup, so everybody is so focused, and the weather is just so hot here. I sweat a lot. I think it's gonna benefit me in the ring a lot.
One thing that I've seen on social media as well is your last opponent, Israel Doofus, is in your camp. How did that come about?
看到你的前一个对手 Doofus 居然来跟你当陪练了，这个是怎么回事？
对，因为杜维斯是我上一场赢的对手，因为他的打法跟帕斯卡很像，所以我邀请他过来跟我一起训练，然后也有利于帮助我嘛。他也是个很好的选手。
Doofus was my last opponent. After I beat him, I found out he was quite a wonderful person outside of the ring, and we built a relationship as friends. So he fights like Pascal, and they have the similar style. So we called him up. He didn't even hesitate. So he got over here. We trained together, worked fine.
And I remember we spoke just before Christmas, and Artur Beterbiev was the target then. He was the guy in your sights. What's happened since then, and why was that fight not made?
上次你说贝特比耶夫是你的目标，为什么现在没有挑战这个目标呢？
因为疫情或者这中间有很多事一直也没促成这场比赛，但是我的目标还是没有变，而且这6月份贝特要跟小廖史密斯打统一战嘛，我还希望他们俩统一战的胜者能和我打，我也希望能面对他们俩其中一个胜者。
That final target, that goal hasn't changed. It's because of COVID and different restrictions, different reasons. And also Beresford is going to fight Joe Smith Jr. in the upcoming month. So I'm still aiming at the winner of that fight. I really hope that whoever wins that fight, I get to fight them next.
And then looking ahead to next Saturday, I read that Pascal says that you've never fought a fighter like him. What do you have to say to that?
帕斯考说你没有打过像他这么好的对手，你觉得呢？
我现在是 IBF No.1，他说我没打过，那是他说的话。我现在只有站在拳台用我的水平告诉他我是什么人。
I'm IBF #1, so I don't need him to tell everybody who I am. And I talk with my fist. I talk with my style. So we'll see by the ring. By May 20th, we'll see.
Do you think that he might underestimate you?
你觉得他低估了你吗？
他肯定反正他怎么说那是他的事儿。我需要做的是做好是我的事儿。每个人有时候会说一些不一样的话。
I don't know. He might talk, but he might mean something else. I don't know. But for me, I gotta concentrate on what I'm doing in the ring.
And obviously, he's had a pretty successful career for some of the top light heavyweights in the world. Would you consider this the biggest fight of your career so far?
帕斯卡打过很多硬仗，你觉得这是你职业生涯打过的最强对手吗？
也算是吧。我这每一场对手我都尊重，而且我都会全力去准备，去打好每一场比赛，不管是谁，不管帕斯卡也好，或者谁也好。
He should be the toughest one. But I respect to all the opponents I fought, and I prepare with all my will and all my guts. So I think that's a way to show respect.
Do you feel any pressure going into next Saturday?
下周六比赛了，有压力吗？
没有压力，我就尽情的展示我的水平，展示我的能力。我要给大家或者全民奉献精彩的比赛。
No pressure. What I'm have to do is to just showcase everybody what I'm capable of, and that's all.
And obviously, he's had quite a lot of time out of the ring since 2019. Obviously, you've had one fight since 2019. Did that play a part into choosing him as your next opponent?
为什么会选帕斯卡呢？因为你前几年是没有打过很多的比赛啊，打过1场，打过2场，为什么会最后选择帕斯卡呢？是不是跟以前没打多少比赛有关系？
也不是，之前想给科瓦列夫打的嘛，然后一直也没那边也没给准信儿。后来我的推广人说帕斯卡打不打？我说打，就这么就定了。
It's actually pretty easy. I was supposed to fight Sergey Kovalev, but that fight was never materialized. I waited on the other side of the phone forever. Nobody called and no answer. And my promoter said, "What about John Pascal?" I said, "Yes."
Is that why you moved to Pro Box TV to kind of get the big names and get yourself on that world stage?
那是不是也因为这个原因才来到 Pro Box 和他们签约？
也是。因为Pro Box 给我提供了一个很好的平台，而且也能全程直播，也让中国的所有拳迷都能看到我这场比赛。
Yes, Pro Box is a unique platform. It has access to China. So when I fight, Chinese followers will no longer ask me that question, where can I see that? They know they're going to see it here.
Yeah, and I saw Zhile Zhang got 63 million viewers in China for his fight. Do you expect a similar number watching you next Saturday?
看到张志磊大概有6000多万的粉丝互动量和这个视频的播放量，你感觉下周日会达到这样的结果吗？
我想会的，因为现在大家尤其是中国的拳迷和一些爱好者比较关注我的这场比赛，然后他们时时刻刻都在关注。我想当天比赛那天会有很多人会关注这场比赛。
Yeah, I think so. I think boxing people, followers and fans, they really love to watch Chinese fighters fight here in the US. So I think when the time comes, people are going to tune in to watch.
I think it's quite hard for people in the UK and maybe even America to imagine 63 million people watching a fight from one country. That's the whole of the UK population watching one fighter. How important is that kind of support behind you?
你觉得这种意义对你来说是什么意义呢？有6000多万人看，那是整个英国的人口啊，觉得它的意义在哪儿
呢？你像中国职业拳击的话，相对来说，要落后于 于美国和英国，参与者的话相对来说是少，所以说我们想通过我们的努力，然后让大家观看我们的比赛，让更多人了解职业拳击，从而喜欢加入进来，这是我们想要做的。
That number meant a lot. Chinese boxing are behind. The business and the industry is behind UK and the US, and the number of active boxers are far behind. So I would like to set myself as an example of what people can achieve through the sport, and let more people watch me and get into the sport.
And if all goes well next Saturday, can we expect to hear you on the mic after the fight, putting some pressure on Beterbiev and the IBF to get that world title fight?
如果说下周六顺利拿下，你会不会结束比赛之后的采访？会不会给贝特比耶夫一点压力？会不会给 IBF 一点压力？
但是我肯定会跟 IBF 去说，去让我们推广人去说，然后争取他们打完统一战下场比赛跟我打。
Yeah, I would definitely put the pressure on everybody. I mean, my promoter and management team would definitely reach out to these parties and we'll try to knock that out.
而且我已经准备好了，我随时随地都想打这种大战。
And I'm ready for big fights. I don't want to fight small shows anymore.
And obviously, Beterbiev, as you say, is fighting. Looks like rumored to be fighting Joe Smith Jr. Who do you think comes out on top in that fight?
你觉得贝特比耶夫和乔史密斯两人他们的比赛会是个什么结果？
我首先认为他们俩这个比赛首先是一个非常精彩吧，因为他们两个的打法。但至于结果，我觉得是他们俩看看谁训练营准备的更好、更充分，临场发挥的更好，胜利估计会倾向一方。
I think both of them are great fighters. It's going to be a exciting fight. But when it comes down to the result, I think it has to depend on who has better camp and who is a better man that night.
And finally, I just have to ask you about the events of last weekend. Canelo Alvarez losing to Dmitry Bivol. What did you make of that fight? Is that a result that you expected?
那最后想问问你，上周末的这场 Canelo 对这个比沃尔的比赛，你觉得有什么看法？是觉得爆冷的吗？
反正我感觉也不算爆冷。阿瓦雷斯想用他的重拳给比沃尔施加压力嘛，因为大家都知道卡内罗拳重嘛，而且比沃尔很好的利用他的技战术，然后防守住了阿瓦的重拳，防完了以后再打几个有效的反击，我觉得做得非常好。
I don't really think Bivol was the underdog going into that fight. I really like him. Everybody knows that Canelo is the puncher. He is the one who tried to force the fight. But Bivol just took his shot. He took his shot and he came back with fast and effective counters all fight. So I think Bivol is doing a great job.
Thank you for your time. I, for one, am really looking forward to next Saturday. Make sure to watch it on ProBox TV, download the app, and I'm sure we'll see you in big fights in the future.
采访啊，我们下周见。
OK， Thank you。